Good morning, Amanda here. How are you today? Today, I'm going to be talking about gestational diabetes in pregnancy, and is it something you should really be worrying about? So, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Amanda Ignat, and I am passionate about helping you have the pregnancy and childbirth that you desire, that your heart is longing for, and empowering you to seek out the care that suits what you're wanting in your pregnancy and childbirth, and empowering you to take control of your care so that you can have that vision come to life. So, today, again, we're going to talk about gestational diabetes in pregnancy. Now, I have been learning over the last years, and when I first got pregnant with my first, I followed all the rules, right? I did all the things. So I did the glucola test, I did the gestational diabetes test. And I have to tell you, I hated every second of it. I did not like the drink. It made me feel like crap. And something inside of me said, this isn't right. Like, I shouldn't have to do this. There's got to be another way. And so when it came to being pregnant again, I found the other ways. And so for me, what I always chose to do if I was receiving care, so I had two wild pregnancies. I have 4 children. I had 2 wild pregnancies with no care at all, so no gestational diabetes testing at all. I had my A1C ran for my second pregnancy. So I did not do the glucola drink. I actually had to walk out of the clinic because even though I told my doctor I would not do the glucola drink, that was the test that they requested. So when I showed up and they tried to do that, I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. And I walked out because I knew that I had the option to do that. And so we ran my A1C, and that was perfectly fine. Now, what I have since learned is that gestational diabetes is often a false positive due to the toxicity of the drink that they're giving you. And I don't want to say that it's like, I would not prefer not to drink it because I do know that it is not good for me. If it's not good for me, then it's not good for my growing baby either. So I chose not to do the drink again, and I knew that I had options. For those of you who are hearing this for the first time, you may be thinking, what? There's other options? But yes, there are. There's actually several options. You can have a high carb breakfast and go have your blood sugar tested. You can actually opt to do your finger prick daily for a week and satisfy their needs that way. But you can decline altogether if you so choose. But one thing I've learned recently that kind of shocked me is that the positives are not, they're false. A lot of times they're false, and it's because of the way our body reacts to that synthetic sugar. It's because we are not used to, like, our bodies, first of all, are not used to consuming 50 grams of sugar at one time. So for us to test our bodies in that theoretical situation is kind of like asking for failure, right? Like, we don't know how our body's going to respond to that. And so, and if you're over just even by 1 or 2 points, they still count you as failing, which is kind of ridiculous. But then if you go on and take the 3-hour test, you're just as likely to fail on the same basis. Like, your body is not used to consuming that much sugar, and therefore it affects your body in a way that is like it affects it, raising your glucose higher than they want it to be. But what if I told you that it's completely normal for your blood sugars to be higher during pregnancy anyways? Does that shock you? It shocked me when I heard it. And I was like, wait, but because we're growing a child, because we have more blood volume, Our blood is flowing to the baby through the umbilical cord and the placenta, right? So our blood is actually changing dynamically at all times to ensure that our baby has all of the nutrients that it needs to grow and fatten up. So it's really normal for us to have higher sugar levels in that same time, because sugar is nutrients and it is the fattening, right? So what if it's not something we should be stressing about? What if we just ensure that we're eating the right things, that we're taking care of ourselves, and that we are staying hydrated? Because that's the other thing. If you're dehydrated when you take your glucose test, your blood sugar is going to be higher because your blood isn't as thinned out. Like you're dehydrated. Your blood is like not as fluid as it should be, right? It's not as healthy as it should be. And so when we stay hydrated, it stays more. It would level it out better. So staying hydrated and eating a healthy diet, or making sure that you're not eating so much sugar, is a great way to help your body stay at a good level for gestational diabetes. But actually, stop calling it gestational diabetes, because it's totally normal for our blood sugars to be higher. Now, I just learned this recently at a training that I attended so that I could learn more to support my clients and to support you and to help spread the word, right? So I'm always learning. And so when I heard this, I was like, and this is something I have to share, because I've talked about the gestational diabetes before. And I have to say that, like I said, I've always, like, I did it the first time, realized it didn't make me feel good, didn't want to do it again. So I found other ways. So when it came time to meet for my doctor, when he was asking me, so with my second pregnancy, when he was asking me to do the gestational diabetes test, this is how you tell them no. You say, I decline the glucose test. You can, however, run my A1C, or I will come into the clinic, have my blood sugar done, go have a big breakfast, high carb breakfast, and come back and have my blood sugar tested again. There's also some other ones out there where you drink organic grape juice, or you eat organic jelly beans. But for me, I feel a lot more comfortable with the A1C or the big breakfast. My doctor opted for the A1C, and that was fine with me, because that is one blood draw, and it actually gives them a bigger window of how your body has reacted to sugar in your system over the last 3 months. So I think that gives them a better idea of how your body is processing sugar through pregnancy. Anyways, I hope you found this information helpful, and that maybe it shocked you a little bit, and you're going to look into that a little bit more. If you are in my group, thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait until next week when I'm doing the 5-day mindset reset with you guys. This is going to change how you view yourself, your body, and your ability to birth your children, to grow and birth your children without the help of a overly hands-on medical system. If you're not already in my group and you want some of that, jump on in. It's open-minded and empowered birthing mamas in Facebook. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you could please just hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other informational and great topics that I'll be putting out in the future. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.